Hello everyone, welcome back to another Tar Talks episode. And as you can see today, I have my laptop with me and Reenam does not.
She needs help.
That's because I do need help today.
Exactly.
Because I'm going to take you guys through one of the most interesting controversies going around social media right now. Reenam, would you like to tell them what it is? Was that a fake drum roll?
Let the drum roll end. Now I'll tell them.
Come on.
So, is the Beyonce controversy.
The Beyonce controversy. So I'm going to start by asking our audience and you, who's Beyonce?
A singer, yeah.
Just a singer?
Well, she's like very iconic figure in the Western music. Like, if you just entered, you will come to know.
Exactly. So for anyone, okay, Beyonce to so many is not just a singer. She is seen as one of the greatest musical artists of the 21st century. She's iconic, she's got style, she's got music, she's got good vocals, and she's such an empowering person as a whole. But for anyone who has Instagram access or Twitter access or TikTok access, so there's something going around known as the Beyonce curse, which basically means that if there is any other big artist who has won an award in the same category that Beyonce was nominated for, there is a huge chance they would probably end up dead.
Okay.
And of course, speculation suggests how it is Beyonce that has been killing them. And I'll tell you something even crazier. Beyonce is now being speculated to be responsible for the deaths of so many major artists worldwide, with an example being Michael Jackson or Aaliyah.
Oh.
So, a trend that is going around right now.
Should I tell you something?
Yeah.
There's like an identical person looking like Michael Jackson who's still alive. He might not just be dead.
That is such a completely different episode. This is why I love American music industry so much, because there's so much controversy going on the entire time. Like, I know we were too young at that time, but if you remember, Twitter feeds in like 2015, there was a whole speculation going around, trying to figure out which musical artist was in the Illuminati. It was so crazy. So basically, Beyonce is, still speculated for being responsible for the deaths of such major musical artists. And let me tell you something even crazier. All these artists which Beyonce is, being responsible for killing died on the 25th of a month.
Whoa. It's like a signature trademark she's leaving,
And, this has come up. This actually now is a bit of a funny Instagram trend where people have noticed how everyone thanks Beyonce in their Grammy speeches.
Oh.
Anytime anyone goes up on the stage or anytime anyone wins any musical award, the first thing the artist does is thank Beyonce.
I won't tell her name when I win it.
Well, Reenav, you're probably going to end up dead on the 25th of some month.
You wanna bet?
So if we don't see Reenav, guys, on the 25th of the upcoming month, we know what's happened.
You wanna bet?
Bet, Reenav.
Bet.
Beyonce is going to get you. But anyways, so let me give so many famous examples of this exist. Look at Ariana Grande, look at Lizzo, look at Adele. To the extent where Adele went on stage, won her Grammy and broke her Grammy in honor of Beyonce.
Yeah, I know that one, yeah.
Exactly. And all of these people while thanking Beyonce look absolutely terrified. Like that is the one thing they need to do. And that really, really makes me think. Could, of course, as social media has been conspiring continuously, could Beyonce be part of some bigger musical cult?
Might be. In one of the Grammys, you remember someone's, I forgot the music artist's name, but she saved the person, and aren't you forgetting to thank Beyonce too?
I know what you're referring to. By the way, guys, he just forgot Taylor Swift's name. But
Okay.
what had happened is that when Taylor Swift was very new to the industry, she had won a Grammy Award. And when she went on stage to receive her Grammy and when she was about to give her thank you speech, remember, Taylor Swift at this time was very new to the industry. Kanye West ran up on the stage, took the mic from Taylor Swift, and then jumped and said, I'm going to let you finish, but I think Beyonce should have won this award. And of course, for years, for decades now, Kanye West has been completely villainized by Swifties. Rightly so, because he did go up on the stage and completely interrupt an upcoming artist telling her that someone else should have won her award. But now, with the upcoming controversies, this really makes me think, was Kanye West actually trying to save Taylor Swift?
Might be.
Because Taylor Swift was new to the industry. She did not know she was supposed to be thanking Beyonce. And she was new enough to be easily killed off by Beyonce too. So could Kanye West have actually saved Taylor Swift?
Might be. It's like Beyonce's the head and they have to follow the rule to head cells.
Imagine all of this backlash faced by Kanye West just to find out he was actually the ultimate savior. But does not excuse any of the problematic things he said. And now, okay, while we understood the Beyonce curse, there is another thing which is very important over here. So, Reenab, I'm going to start by asking you, do you know who P. Diddy is?
Yeah.
Who is P. Diddy?
Why did you ask me that?
Because it's very important to the story, Reenab. Who is P. Diddy?
P. Diddy is the rapper, right? If I'm not wrong.
Yes.
Yeah.
P. Diddy is a very famous rapper and musician who has very recently been involved in so many controversies, namely related to things like sexual assault, related through, so many lawsuits against him about physical abuse. And now P. Diddy and Beyonce have had a very long-standing connection. As I'm hoping most of our audience and Beyonce is married to Jay-Z.
Yeah.
And Jay-Z and Beyonce have been very close friends of P. Diddy's from the very beginning.
P. Diddy parties. That's
The
good.
P. Diddy parties. Exactly what I'm coming to. So Beyonce and Jay-Z have been known to be, regular attenders of P. Diddy's parties, which he's known for throwing lavish parties from the very beginning. Except that with his arrest coming up, there are many major accusations on P. Diddy's parties, with his parties, being places of sex trafficking, being places that facilitate prostitution, and also drugs. Exactly. And you won't believe this. After they had a raid on P. Diddy's house, guess what they found?
A drug.
Not just a drug. They found a tunnel from his house all the way to Michael Jackson's house.
Whoa. Okay.
Exactly. And now, and P. Diddy is a very powerful person in the music industry too, obviously, because he, has such grand parties and he has access to such drugs, which he has allegedly been selling to many other artists for the longest time. And for Beyonce to be connected to someone this powerful, someone this controversial, and so, so morally clearly unethical, makes her all too very powerful too.
It's like, look, there's like P. Diddy here, then a Beyonce here, and P. Diddy joined forces with Beyonce, and others doing stuff on their own.
For all of our, politics nerds out there, imagine if Russia and US decided to join forces. And if Russia was married to China.
What?
Yeah, because Jay-Z, Beyonce, and P. Diddy, imagine that. Okay, but now let me ask you something. This, by the way, completely breaks my heart as one of the biggest One Direction fans out there. But do you know about the very recent passing away of Liam Payne?
Yes, he fell off the balcony.
And he fell off the balcony, at the third floor balcony of an Argentina hotel. One of the most unfortunate days for the music industry. And of course, like every other thing, there are controversies associated with his death too. Many have speculated that Beyonce was actually present in the same hotel. Liam Payne fell off the balcony of a hotel in Argentina, and that Beyonce was present in that very same hotel.
Beyonce just Liam Payne.
No, except that autopsies and, a check of his room has revealed that Liam Payne was under the influence of drugs. And he had a drug kit in his room.
It goes back to Diddy.
But guess the drug.
Which?
It was the drug Pink. Now, I don't know a lot about Pink, but what I do know of Pink is that P. Diddy was known for selling Pink. Pink is a very hard to acquire drug, which P. Diddy was known for selling. And for that to end up in Liam Payne's room after he has openly struggled with addiction. And Beyonce being present in that hotel on the very same day.
Now, imagine why did Beyonce and P. Diddy killed Liam Payne?
Exactly. Now, the next part is a theory of my own.
Okay.
Okay. So, all of us know that P. Diddy is also, now, different allegations are coming up claiming that P. Diddy is responsible for sexually assaulting and physically abusing many young artists, many young male artists, with Justin Bieber being one such example. We know that when Justin Bieber came into the industry, he was very young. He started, his iconic song.
Oh, I remember I was like a kid there like that.
Exactly. He was our age.
Yeah.
Justin Bieber was 16 when, the song Baby came out. And he was obviously very new to the industry. And now there are so many different, allegations against P. Diddy of sexually assaulting Justin Bieber. But, let me ask you, who else was new to the music industry and young at the very same time?
Liam Payne.
Liam Payne alongside One Direction. All of them were very young to the music industry. Right? So, what are the chances that them being young in a boy band, being hustled around by their management, never cross paths with P. Diddy? Especially since we know that, so many different songs of their solo careers with Harry Styles' Watermelon Sugar being a reference to drugs. Watermelon Sugar quite literally translates to pink. Right?
That
And-
I didn't know.
Yeah. And let me tell you, so Liam, for all of those Pino fans out there, we know that Liam has spent the last few months in rehab. He's gotten over his addiction and he's been speaking out about, the different things he had to go through being a part of a boy band, whether it be speaking against his manager, speaking about the management he was in. And knowing Liam and the kind of, the openness he has been the openness he has been showing in relation to his own time in a boy band, there could have been a chance that Liam would have come clean about P. Diddy. That he would have spoken about the P. Diddy assault, especially now when Diddy has been arrested and he is in New York on charges. This is a time for artists to speak out.
So, are you
And-
telling me Liam Payne was going to speak out and Beyonce and P. Diddy got a hint of it? So,
Exactly.
finished him.
Maybe Beyonce killed Liam Payne, as much as I hate the sentence altogether, for P. Diddy. And so I don't like anything with the Beyonce controversy, but I love discussing this so much is because this provides us such a completely different perspective about what the Western music industry is like. Like when,
Aren't those with all controversies?
yeah,
We should have a whole new segment, controversies.
yeah, and let me tell you. So Beyonce's fandom is known as beehives. And, we have beehives. We have Swifties. We have Directioners who love One Direction. And what I'm saying is all of these fan bases view the artists they support as complete idols, as saints whom they absolutely adore. But what is the reality of all of these celebrities which we stand for? Could they have a darker side?
I think so. With this, yeah.
Exactly. This is exactly, what brings us down to this. Before you choose to follow someone, before you choose to completely idolize a celebrity, take Andrew Tate for example. Take time and understand what they stand for. Just because they appear to be a certain way in mass media does not mean that they stand for those things. That was a Beyonce controversy on Dart Talks. Thank you so much for joining us today.